Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's menu is I'm starting to tub out the rear with the floor pan. So I got my frame structure for the I keep saying floor pan, trunk pan. So this is going to be the inner, which you see up there. That's going to be the inner wheel well. And then the outer is going to go up against the sidewall of the quarter panel. Then the fender is going to recess up into it. I figured it was easier to start doing this first before I started doing any more of the outside. Because then I close it in and then it's going to be hard to fit everything in there that I want to do. This way I can set it up out here and put it in and make it happen. And so that's where we're at. We got one piece here, one piece here. And then, as you remember from the last video, my body's not sitting on here dead straight because of the steering. It was just not enough room to clear the outside head coming down the driver's side. So I had to get it to where it wouldn't bunch up the steering column. So she shifted a little bit. And so we could still make it look like the body's dead straight when it's really not. So yes, I know down the side here she's going to need some hammering, which is fine. As I said, I don't have a sheet metal roller, I don't have a bead roller, I don't have none of that fancy stuff. Because I'm flat ass broke, I can't afford to buy stuff like that. So I'm hand doing everything. Using that big fat thigh, bend that, put it back up there, take it off, put it back here until I get it to the shape that I want. And then I'm left at the end of the day with a bunch of bruises on my knee. Because I can't afford to buy a pillow pounder where you take a rubber mallet or a Teflon mallet and pound your shape into the steel. So I don't have the money like that. So I'm doing what I can with what I have. It's basically no more than what you see here in front of me. I mean, hell, even a generator with my welder. And I'm using jack stands to hold fenders. Hammer, just your carpenter hammer. Vice grips. I don't have welding grips. You know, I just got the common simple know-how and, you know, your little Home Depot Ryobi stuff. So that's what I'm working on. So hang tight, I'll be back. Alright, so now you can start to see it take shape. I can't zoom in, but you can see the tub kit that I'm putting in. It goes around there and it's going to go this way over top the fender. So that'll help me line up my fenders to that. And then I just wrap the sheet metal up over top of it. And that'll give me my rear tub kit for the back wheels. And then I'll meet my sheet metal all the way up to the inside of this. And then I'll put a couple tack welds that way. And then it should be one solid piece. But before I do that, I gotta chop me off just a little bit on the end of that pipe there so she can drop down and weld it right in there. That'll be tomorrow's episode, but I'm gonna cut me a piece of that sheet metal that's back there so I can fit it here in my trunk pan. And then I'm going to be interested in putting in some cross braces. That way I can stiffen up that floor. If I had a bead roller, I think what I'll do is I'll make it and just won't stick anything back there, and I'll just leave it laying there with a couple tack welds, like one in each corner. That way it's secured. The wind's not going to be bouncing and blowing it up and down. And so I'll put a couple holes, plug weld it, so just holds it in place. And then when I get a bead roller, I'll stamp out some patterns into it, and then I'll make it permanent. I think that would be an ideal thing to do. And then still put the cross bracing. Then I can take this rusty piece out of there and start working on the rear body mounts. But I have to get that welded in the front first. I'll probably just tack it there and then take a little piece of scrap and stick it under there for the time being, just to get it off the frame. I want to make it simple. There's support brackets that are in the corner, and I'm going to make it to where I could take some 3/16 thick steel and put it in that corner, and then that's where I'll put my rear body mounts. And so we getting there. You see how much better that looks. So the fender is going to come off, running board is going to come off, then any of the scraps left over, I'm going to patch this, get that looking better, get it more solid, and then I know I'm going to have to fiberglass the crap out of it. There's just not enough steel there to be able to weld on. It's too thin, rusted. But the fenders will serve a purpose for now. It'll work for now. And alright guys, I think I'm kind of done for today. So that's pretty much what I'm after. I'll carpet that once I get it all welded in. I gotta pull this so it's squared. Cut that little stubby off of there so it can drop down. Then I'll pull it in tight so it's nice and square. And so she's nice and square around the outside edges. I'll put me a couple tack welds down it, a couple tack welds there, just to hold it in place. And then I got 3/16 square plates that are going to go between this one and this one here, body mount right here. Same thing here, same thing up there, same thing over there. And then it should be good. We're a little short up there in the front, which is fine. I can always scab in a small piece from there. So it was 4x4 sheet. So it wasn't quite long enough from here to there. So I'll take that and measure it. Once I get that set into place, then I'll have me a piece up there. And then it looks like I can use this for up over top to here. And then the leftover from the other piece, I'll do the same thing from over here up over top. And then we will have a trunk pan. And then I need to cut out a square here and put hinges, frame it out, and that's where the gas tank's going. Or do away with the hinges, cut out a square, and let the gas tank sit down there, a fuel cell. So that's where I'm at. If you ask me, I think it looked pretty good. So that's why I wanted to start with that first, because it's a lot easier to do when you don't have to keep bending up over top of stuff. Right now it's an open shot deal. I can get straight in and do it. But when I do the sides, I got to be able to make sure I can pull that sheet metal out through the trunk lid. Once that happens, if not, then I'll have to cut it in half. Make one for one piece, one for the other. And then bead roll it, give it strength. I'm going to slide that out, trace it out on the back, and put in my reinforcements. I might just go that route, just put a bunch of reinforcements in there, and I won't have to do the reinforcement on the sheet metal. It would help to keep the vibration noise down, so you're not constantly hearing ting, 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 ting when you're driving down the road. So either way, it'd probably be a good idea to do the bead weld. We got one more 4x4 sheet back in there, and that's going to go for that side, and whatever pieces I have to wrap around the back side here to try to figure out how I'm going to do that. So if you look at the floor, looks to be pretty damn level. I'm satisfied with that. I'll live with that, and then have plenty of room in there for everything. I mean, you can't argue that. That's plenty of room. And so, yeah, we're coming along. I think I'm satisfied with that. I don't need any more than that. Would be nice to obtain an actual trunk lid rather than having to hand fabricate one, but I'll do what I have to do. I may use that speaker box carpet over top of that, so it's real short hair, and spray glue that down. And or I can use rear trunk paint, which is splatter paint. Hardens up pretty thick. Hey, gives it that manufacturer look. I'll put me some sealer in the gaps all the way around. Help keep the noise out, keep the vibration down. And still trying to figure out what to do with this bottom half right here, just underneath of that bar, to wrap all the way around that to hide the rear leaf spring shackle. Could just box it off and then put an actual bumper there that wraps around. That should be able to help camouflage it some. I got an original bumper I can use. Rip that sucker so I can make the original look style bumper that you would see on the back of one of these. But I'm satisfied with it so far. I mean, it's resembling a Model A, but not exact duplicate. But I think that looks pretty. That angle right there, I think that looks pretty cool. So yeah, then the next thing is working on these fenders, getting them fixed up off of the scraps that I got left over laying around. I can fasten them in and then fiberglass the fenders. It's probably the only real way I'm going to get any kind of structure, character, and strength out of it. Last time somebody just took what appeared to be, I don't know, mechanics wire, or maybe even a coat hanger. So it worked that long, I probably should just go ahead and give me the same thing and put it back in its place to reshape the back fenders. And until something better comes along. Something better comes along, I can always swap them out. And then so yeah, I think that's pretty much where I'm going to leave this. It's to my satisfactory, so I'm fine. So before I make everything final, I'll be painting the pieces so it can help keep down the rust. But I do have a lot of work ahead of me. Ton of work. But it's coming along. It's getting there. Surprisingly, but she's getting there. Would be nice to have a shrinker, yeah, to help wrap around those rear wheel wells. But gotta make do with what I got. So just don't have the tools or the traits. So I just gotta do what I can do and pray for the better. Even if it means using foil tape, I don't care. If it's what I gotta do, it's what I gotta do. But I hope I don't have to go to that extreme. So let me know what y'all think of my floor pan, trunk pan. Let me know what you think of it in the comment section. And let me know if you would do something different. Right now it's not written in stone. I'm here to entertain you guys, so teach me how to entertain you. Sorry for the short video, but I only got 2 hands and I need them to be able to work. I don't have a camera stand anymore to be able to hold the video. If you notice, I'm trying to hold still as much as possible because I don't want to make y'all motion sick. I've been watching my videos lately and I get the cold sweats. I start feeling like I'm going to throw up and I have to stop watching my own video. So I'm trying to hold the camera steady so y'all don't be getting motion sickness. So I think when I'm moving from one spot to the other, I'm just going to do this, black it out, and then I'm going to go here like this. So there you go. I think that's pretty damn level, pretty straight on. So yeah, I think I'm liking that. Needs to be over that way a little bit more, but that's just to give you all an overall idea. So yeah, y'all come on back and watch me again sometime. Hit like and subscribe if this has helped you out, or if you liked the video. Hit subscribe if you want to see more of it. Throw some comments, give me some ideas, give me something to work on. And remember, your days are numbered. You don't know what day is going to be your last, so get out and do something every day. You'll be glad you did. See y'all next time. Have a good one.